Molly, we're starting a new show and we've spent the morning filming the first few episodes. I feel like we need to do a little bit of post-campaign analysis.
Bit of a debrief.
Yeah. The show is a guide to navigating the modern workplace.
Yep.
What are you hoping a listener would get out of this? Why are we doing this?
I think there's so many podcasts out there that are like interviews with experts giving tips on like really specific stuff, whereas actually the world of work is complex, it's messy, it's a huge part of our personal and social lives as well. And I think what I'm hoping to bring to that people are listening is just a discussion and a bit of fun around what to do if you find yourself in certain situations, what our experiences have been, getting our listeners to join in and hopefully just give some entertaining but practical guidance on what to do in the modern workplace.
I feel like we should probably introduce ourselves a little bit and
Yes.
why it's us two presenting
And why
this.
people should actually listen to us as well.
I'll go first. I'm Lauren. I guess the reason I'm here, I have worked in marketing for the last 17 years. And I have worked in various different sized businesses across so many different industries. I love a squiggly career, but I really advocate for making the workplace better. I think the workplace has changed rapidly, especially in the last few years. I'm not an expert, but it's a subject I am hugely passionate about. So I'm really excited to see where we can go with this.
Yeah, and naturally then I think you're bringing so much sort of lived experience of being an employee in different situations, going freelance, the decisions that you've made through a 17-year career.
Think of me as the voice of the employee in this.
Nice. And I'm Molly, as you know. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Flexa, which is a platform that gets companies discovered for their working environments. So from a bit more of an employer perspective, I've hired many people, sadly fired quite a few people. And my career, I started in investment banking, managed teams in market research firms and strategy consulting. So I come at it from both angles, but probably given the fact that I've been running a company for the last 4 years, I'm going to be a bit more of the voice of the employer.
Great.
So I guess we've just finished filming arguably what will be the most salacious, juicy episode. But what topics are you most looking forward to covering?
Topics that are close to my heart is always around career progression.
Yep.
I speak to a lot of people. I think there's always a time when you start to reflect when you want to progress in your career, how you navigate that, confidence at work. And I guess some of the nitty gritty stuff, the stuff that maybe isn't spoken about before,
Yep.
whether that's navigating conflict at work, how you address romance in the workplace. I think there's loads of stuff we can get into. And that's what I'm really excited about. There's just there's a plethora of stuff that we can cover.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm looking forward to hopefully getting into, to your point, of some of the slightly more controversial topics, trying to navigate some conversations that probably aren't had very often, hopefully delicately, or as delicately as we can. Particularly, like I'm very, very passionate about flexible working, creating working environments in which people can thrive, understanding how to get the most out of people, and then also bringing in like my experience of diversity, equity and inclusion, having an autoimmune condition, and also gender equality. I think there's so much societal nuance that seeps into our everyday at work that really does affect us as women, and I don't think it's often talked about.
The show's coming soon. Where can people find out about us?
Well, I think we'll be starting a TikTok for people to be able to watch little snippets and engage with content. Same with on LinkedIn, we'll be sharing lots. And you're a TikTok influencer. So
You're a voice of LinkedIn.
So across our social media platforms as well. And obviously the episodes will be released in time. And I guess like final point is like, who have we built this podcast for? Like who should be listening in every week on repeat?
I guess people who want career chat that isn't dry and stuffy and quite formulaic. I think we're both open-minded people and want to share lived experiences, but also consider others. So we're not just here to say, do this, do that. I think we're here to unpick topics, share advice. We'd love, we'd love listener input too.
I also think what I would love is for, managers, hiring managers, people that are running companies, if they're interested in how the modern workplace has changed. Like we've undergone this huge paradigm shift since the pandemic. Workplace dynamics, working environments have shifted enormously. And as a result, our interactions and the sort of culture at work has changed enormously. And I hope that we can kind of delve into that and unpick it and have some hopefully lighthearted and entertaining but realistic conversations about what's really going on.
And I think we're both coming from different perspectives. You are a top LinkedIn voice with a view of the employer.
Yeah.
And I guess I may be coming more from it from a employee's perspective.
With your TikTok influencing?
Who's got more followers?
I actually don't know.
Who is more influential? What topics are you most excited about covering?
I am really looking forward to looking into what I'm most passionate about around the future of work, flexible working, creating working environments in which people can thrive, and also understanding more about and talking more about gender equality in the workplace, because there's so much sort of societal nuance and societal effects of how women are brought up and treated in society that seep into work. And we often don't really talk about that or understand it fully either. What about you?
I think I'm most excited to talk about subjects that aren't the glossy, shiny stuff. So it's not just career change and how to get promotions and things like that. It's things how to navigate maybe conflict at work or office romances, lots of juicy stuff. And also I'm really keen for us to make sure we're sharing practical advice and not just a load of theory that actually you can't really take into the workplace.
Yeah, stuff that's actually in context so people can relate to it and understand how they should actually act.
Absolutely.
And I guess we haven't yet launched our first episode. So where should people follow us to know more about when all of this is coming?
You can follow me on TikTok at Spearman Lauren, and you can follow you on LinkedIn, Molly Johnson Jones.
And I've recently launched a TikTok account as well in celebration of this moment. So I'm at Molly Johnson Jones.